Okay, this is a video of a Cretaceous fish from Lebanon. It's called a sawfish shark. Hold it. It's actually it's gonna be tough. Lebanopristis or Micropristis, and the other one I can't even read. But all different species of sawfish sharks. Anyways, this is back in the day when I was doing no videos, so I didn't take any photos until I got along in the process. So this video starts from where I left off there. Anyways, hope you enjoy this video. It's got lots of stuff in it. Later, Gator. Here you can see where I've glued back the 4 pieces of the back half of this fish. Here I have the front 4 pieces glued together also, and then the 2 halves sitting side by side. Here is a close-up of the bill. I had a pretty tough job of this to prep this out. A lot of stop and glue technique to save what I could, and not a whole lot of teeth on the left side. I almost don't have enough room here. Anyways, here's a sawfish shark from Lebanon, 98 million year old stuff. I started this probably 3 years ago and then gave up on it for whatever reason. Went on to other things, whatnot. Anyways, this rock came in several pieces. There's a crack here, 1 piece. There's a crack here, 2 pieces. Big crack all the way through, 3 pieces. Another big crack, 4 pieces. Crack, 5 pieces, 6 pieces. I just kind of carved this up to fit that because that was just, they didn't send me rock for that. Luckily I had some Lebanon rock. I've got all these cracks to fill, but before I do that I've still got to do a little bit of air scribing here to clean this up. And as you can see here, oh jeez, this is heavy. Here's backer board. I think it's called Durarock. So I've glued this onto, or at least all these pieces came in different thicknesses, which made it very difficult to work with. So the pieces that glued onto the backer board, then I filled in using, I don't know if you can see this rockite stuff over there in the corner. It's a powder, kind of a cement powder that you mix water to however thick, whatever thickness you want. I mixed it thin enough so I can pour it. And as you can see, there's 3 layers here: the actual rock, the rockite, and the backer board. I've still got to fill all this in, but to fill that in, I want it to hold in there. I don't know if you can see this or not. Oh man, it's heavy. Here's the screws that I screwed in because that was a big piece of rock. That was a good ½ an inch, if not much, if not more, above the backer board, so I had to fill it in, but I wanted these screws in there to hold it in there better, and then I cut the screws off that's protruding. So I have to do that process for this area, so I don't want that stuff falling out at all. And then I can get back to cleaning this up. This thing's been sitting around for a while, so it's quite dirty. Then I can start fixing this thing up and working on the cracks and cleaning up the edges and get it ready to hang. I'll put a French cleat on it, great big one, about this long. That's heavy, so that's what it needs. Anyways, back to work. Okay, I kind of built a dam here with tape because this stuff will go everywhere. You can't see it, but there's a crack, a hole down in there between rocks, and I'm hoping it doesn't start leaking out down here. Otherwise I will have problems. This can get quite messy. So here's the powder stuff. It's a very fine powder. Simply mix it with water. Just going to stir it up with a stick to the thickness I want it, and I'm just simply going to pour that in there and hope for the best. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's pretty loose and goopy. So this is always nerve-wracking because you won't believe the messes I've made doing this. So cross your fingers, everybody. The moment of truth is at hand. Geez, hope I mixed enough. I never mix enough. Such a glutton for trying to save everything, not waste anything. My garage is a mess, and it's not gonna be enough. It doesn't look like. Oh my lordy. Alright, gonna go mix some more. And there you have it. Another catastrophe. It literally started leaking out that small little tiny crack right there, all over the fish, down here, and onto my prep bench. Oh my lord, so what I just mixed up I won't even be using. Okay, I've got some cleanup to do. Jesus. Well, as you can see, it's always something. Fun never stops. Okay, I only took 2 tries. This time I only got a little bit on my leg. But got that filled in. Now it's got to cure and dry. I put some tape where it came out there the other day very carefully. Actually 2 pieces of tape. But I'm going to move this and start the next project. Oh, God, that's heavy. Jesus Christ, sakes alive. Holy moly. I probably exaggerated that a bit, but that is heavy. Anyways, on to the next project. Okay. Enough daylight to get working this morning. I get up pretty early. This is scary because I've never done this before. This is a tool my son has. He left it here. It's a diamond grinding thing. I wish it had a slower RPM, but I couldn't find anything to slow down the RPM. Anyways, I'm going to try to work this rock all the way around with this. If it works, that's great, and if it doesn't, well, and it doesn't, I've got my 4-inch diamond trim saw. Also wish it could slow down, but anyways, don't need any of this crap. Take this stuff off. Anyways, whoop. I don't know if you can see me or not, but my mask for dust. And action. Well, now that I see that it's going to work, I'll go all the way around this rock and get it all cleaned up, ready to go. Show you the end results here in a few minutes, 10 minutes, half hour, however long it takes. I gotta say, that worked pretty darn good. Look at that. Just beautiful. I mean, I got some cleanup to do and add some stuff and whatnot, but that came out pretty good. It took me probably 20 some minutes, 25 minutes. That came out much better than I thought. Gonna have to clean up these bottom edges. The diamond wheel kind of tore through that fibrous stuff instead of grinding it. You can see here, if you can see this, I'm going to fill all that in. All this in, all that in. Do a final cleanup on that. Then I can start the cracks on this rock. That'll look pretty dang nice. Okay, went all the way around the rock, got the worst of the stuff. I didn't worry about bubbles and stuff like that. No one's really going to be looking at the edge anyways, but I want it to look fairly nice. I always rinse out my cup even though it's getting a little dirty. Don't like to waste anything. So, and that was, I don't know, 69 cents, and I've used it 10 times. Anyways, that's got to cure. Then I'll clean that up with my my sander. Clean up these edges, maybe soften these edges a bit, and then I'm ready for all this crack filling. Stuff like that. Getting closer. Slept in till 5:10 a.m. this morning. That was quite nice. So I got my sander ready. Filled all this stuff in yesterday, all the little tiny goobers. Gonna give it a quick sand and maybe hit these edges and call it good for that stage. Go on, get out of here. Jesus, freaking dogs. There's one side. 3 more to go. Oh, that looks so much nicer. You can see these rocks come out obviously not in one slab, and there's different thicknesses of these rocks, which is why you have to do this kind of stuff in order for it to look nice. Sorry for the shadows, the sun's up. Had a sanding problem, so I had to get my sanders out and find one that's going to work, and then I had to go find some more sandpaper. Anyways, bugger that. This is a heck of a lot better. No sharp edges. That's ready for step number 2, which is to fill all these cracks. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I may fill this in with a chunk of rock. I don't really like that. We'll see. Depends on how industrious I get. Anyways, on to the next step. Okay, before I start getting all these cracks like I said I was just going to do, I gotta finish up smoothing out all this stuff, taking off a little bit of rock, but smoothing that out, getting those edges all done. Then I looked at all the pieces of rock I had left. Nothing's gonna fit here, so I'm just gonna have to fake that with some rockite and some lead dust, and hope it comes out okay. I don't know. It'll look better than that anyways. And that's the thing about cracks. You feel a crack, I don't even care if it's with something black. At least it's not there anymore. Anyways, I'll show you here in a couple of hours. Just shaping the rock so everything the same angle is all the way around the fish. A little bit of work, but it's easy, it's fun. Okay, shaped the outline pretty good. Oh, Jesus, heavy freaking rocks. So, I'm going to smooth all this stuff out so it matches this. And then onto the crocks. I'm actually getting somewhere. Looks a bit crooked, but I just follow what I follow, and that's the way it goes. It's Mother Nature. Me trusty Fordham, 1/8 horsepower. I wish I would have gotten the 1/4 horsepower. And the Fordham 30 handpiece with an aluminum oxide grinding wheel, and I will go to town. Gotta be careful. Don't want to hit the fish. Easy to do. A little more power. All I'm doing is getting rid of the tool mark. Applying our tool mark. And it's really that easy. It doesn't take long, just got to be careful. So I'm going to finish this up, go from there. There you have it. Looks so much better with that rock smooth out. And now go to the fixing the cracks. And also, being that I scribed this down off, lots of times these fish will just split, and this whole cranial stuff, whatever that is, comes off on one rock and it's flat on the other side of the rock. So I was able to air scribe that out and save all this detail stuff, which I think is quite exquisite. But it's not really, the outline of this fish is not very good because there's lots of disarticulation in these fins. Anyways, I'm still quite happy with it. It's a pretty cool fish. 98 million years old, from Lebanon. It's a sawfish shark. I think there's 3 or 4 different species of these. I couldn't tell you which one this is. But I'm on to crack filling. Okay, I've got my 2-part putties, my coloring powders, my favorite tool for filling these cracks and stuff, mortar and pestle. I just made a bunch more leb dust from the Lebanese rock, so that's ready to go. Watering bowl. Got my sponge up here. Oh Jesus! And I'm probably going to mix up 3 colors of 2-part putty because of this is so blotchiness and got its orangey colors and darkness colors and whatnot, and do the best I can there. I have to carve a little piece of missing backbone. Actually, it's not backbone, back cartilage, I guess. Leb dust for the rock stuff, and here I go. Okay, I decided to do the cracks on the rock itself, to do the fish stuff last, but I don't know if you can see that or not. It's quite messy at the moment. Oh, Jesus Christ. So that's got to cure. All this stuff got to cure. Then I'll clean all that up. Oh, clean up. Now I've got to wash this entire rock. This rock is filthy. And I've still got to figure out what to do. You can see that. These missing pieces of bill. I'll probably just paint it in with a little bit of acrylic. Tea-colored acrylic. Or tea consistency acrylic. There's really nothing to fill there with putty. But at least it would hide that a little bit. Anyways, I'm going to now do this with the 3 parts, different colors of 2-part putty. And then all that can cure it, I can go on the attack again tomorrow. It's almost done. And there you have it. Oh, jeez. Get these lights here so you can see this stuff. Rebuilt that. I don't know how it's going to look tomorrow when I clean all this up, but just getting rid of these cracks is going to make it look a whole lot better. And I still got to work on this piece. But that's almost ready to finish up. Meaning a little bit of acrylic work and my Gliptol fossil sauce. So, that's got to cure for a while. I'm done for the day. Okay, it's almost 6:30 in the morning. Got work to do. What I've decided to do, I'm going to try. If it works out, great. If it doesn't, well, that's the way it goes. I'm going to mix up some rockite. Pour it in here a little bit. I got 1 rock I'm going to fit in. Pour a little more rockite in there. Work some more pieces in there. And maybe use some of my leb dust. And maybe fill in the other stuff. And I just hope it works out. Here goes nothing. Okay, I'm not too happy with it, but that's what it looks so far. I'm actually gonna wait to have to cure for, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 days, whatever, and then I'm just gonna sand it, see what happens. I know that's kind of iffy and doesn't sound right, but that's what I'm gonna do. So, wish me luck. Alright, I took all the tape off. You can see where the material kind of bulged out here a little bit, which I expected. 31 years of fossil prepping, and this is the first time I'm using this sander to prep a fossil. Holy moly. Anyways, there goes nothing. Oh, I think it's a little dusty. Hope it's not destroying the camera lens. Anyways, that's not as good as I hoped it would be, but at least that area is filled up. So, on to the next step. That didn't take long. French cleat glued and screwed onto the back of that rock. Well, onto the back of the backing, Durarock. All I gotta do now is hang it. There she is. That was a lot of work for one fish, but it's a pretty big fish. I won't be doing this again. I'm not happy with that, but it's the way it is. I don't feel like digging it out and starting over. But But anyways, there's one sawfish shark. I think that's pretty cool. Lived, ate dinner, breakfast, lunch, probably made babies, I don't know, and then died on the ocean floor 98 million years ago. That's pretty dang cool. I'm now going to go put a French cleat on the back, have it ready to hang, and I'll hang it on the wall someday. Another project done. And there you have it. That video shows how you can take a fish in a few pieces and make it a complete fish again. Hope you like that. Now I just got to get it onto the wall.